From the whimsical worlds of Super Mario 3D to the futuristic landscapes of Mega Man X, and from the alien terrains of Metroid to the haunting depths of Hollow Knight, one mechanic has consistently allowed players to reach unimaginable heights: the double jump. The ability to give yourself that much-needed oomph during a game's most critical moments has been such a massive staple in gaming that it's hard to imagine a world without it. Some games let the player double jump immediately upon starting, whereas others make you earn the ability later as a power-up that can either advance the plot or improve the gameplay experience. For example, there's Hollow Knight, a more recent title that pays homage to classic platformers. Here, the double jump isn't just a mechanic, it's a rite of passage. Earning this ability feels like a significant achievement, and it fundamentally changes how players navigate the game's beautifully hand-drawn world. But where did the concept of jumping and being able to jump again come from? To understand the who, what, where, and even why this fantastical move came to be, we must first visit a more primitive time in gaming. Castlevania Symphony of the Night established a unique premise by weaving the double jump into its narrative and gameplay, making it more than just a move, but a crucial part of the protagonist's growth. This feature was activated by obtaining the Leap Stone, a power-up that became reachable in the latter half of the game. Prior to acquiring the Leap Stone, the player was forced to deal with the boring experience of jumping only once before touching the ground, much like reality. However, upon successfully obtaining the ability to double jump, the game became far more expansive, and even gave Alucard these cool-looking bat wings. But we're barely scratching the surface here. In the words of the late great Billy Mays, but wait, there's more. In the original Mega Man X, the double jump, or in this case, the air dash, added a layer of strategy and precision to gameplay. It wasn't just about jumping anymore, it was about timing, positioning, and choosing the right moment to make your move. This level of control given to players opened up a new world of possibilities in terms of playstyle and the overall gameplay experience. However, we still need to go back a bit further to understand the whole picture. 1985 saw the release of Super Mario Bros. In great supply in Japan and limited supply in the United States. While Mario himself doesn't traditionally double jump, the series introduced various power-ups and mechanics that allowed for enhanced aerial maneuvers. These mechanics set the stage for more intricate platforming challenges and level designs. Not to mention, also allowing Nintendo to solidify their position in the history books for creating one of, if not the most iconic series the video game industry has ever seen. At this point, we've nearly completed the origin story of the double jump, but before we cover the big bang of this mechanic, there are a few titles worth an honorable mention. One of the more unique twists on the double jump can be seen in the 2005 platform game Psychonauts, where the main character Raz uses his psychic abilities to generate a thought bubble that allows him to reach the otherwise unreachable. Of course, we couldn't bring up one famous Nintendo protagonist earlier without also including the equally well-known Kirby, whose double jump is more of a pump-float mechanic, allowing him to huff and puff his way through combat and challenging areas. And then there's the legendary Crash Bandicoot series, specifically Crash Bandicoot 3, that offered a quirky-looking double jump ability only after players had defeated the game's second boss, Bingo Dial. We could spend all day reminiscing over the unique gameplay features of many titles released before today, each one blessing players with new ways to progress through the story or obtain rare achievements. But the one that started it all is hardly even talked about anymore, despite being responsible for inspiring a wave of innovation in platform games and ultimately gaming as a whole. In 1984, Namco released Dragon Buster, and whether they knew it or not, this changed gaming forever. Dragon Buster is credited as the earliest game to feature a double jump mechanic as well as a visual health meter, yet another staple we've come to expect in games. This game is based on the age-old tale of a young hero named Clovis who must fight his way through various landscapes to reach the castle where his beloved princess Celia is being held. Sound familiar? Although Dragon Buster may look primitive compared to today's graphics, the inner workings are what made it so advanced for the time. The ability to spam the jump button on an arcade cabinet and make boss fights easier, or to reach hidden treasures allowed players to feel like they got the most bang for their buck. In other words, the experience was valuable to the player, something that seems to be missing from modern video games. Whether you're a seasoned gamer with thousands of hours of experience, or you're brand new to video games and are just getting your feet wet, there's one thing we can all agree on: they just don't make them like they used to. Thanks for watching.